First up tonight, a story we've been chasing for more than a year.
Every week at Fair Go, we hear from people who've been ripped off but feel powerless to do anything about it.
Tonight, a remarkable group of consumers who fought back.
Where's all the money, Guy? Where's all your clients' money? You're facing criminal charges, but you're still at it. When is it going to stop?
I think he's a bully.
I got conned. I got caught by him.
People say you're threatening, that you're a bully. I mean, what kind of a way is that to run your business?
Landscaper Guy Silcock,
Why are you running away, Guy?
on the surface clean cut, has a silky way with his customers.
He was very chummy. He came across in a very friendly way.
But dig a little deeper.
He is not to be trusted.
He stuck his foot on my foot. Not once, but 3 or 4 times.
Guy Silcock's been a blight on the Auckland landscape market for years, systematically ripping off his clients.
And only now are we able to tell this story, how his customers, a group of keen gardeners, managed to come together and fight back.
Here I was, so obviously being ripped off, and there was absolutely no avenue for me to take.
Lovely summery day in Sarah Fife's backyard, not so nice when it rains.
In very heavy rainfall, we were getting masses of water just flowing in and actually going under our house.
And the local rag she spotted an ad from Guy's Landscaping, got him over for a quote.
Oh, very personable, very pleasant, a good-looking guy.
Dazzling with plans for the south side of the house.
This new super-duper drainage system.
Guy asked Sarah for a 50% deposit up front, just over $1,800, and he promised to begin the job almost immediately.
And I said to my husband, you know, you've just got to trust people sometimes.
On the morning Guy was supposed to turn up,
Hey Sarah, Guy from Guy's Landscaping. Jim, the drain layer unfortunately is crook.
Guy didn't show up the next day or the next day, stumping up an ever-growing list of excuses.
He wrote a manual on how people are going to try and string people along. He was pulling out every trick in the book.
Guy never did the work, so Sarah decided to play a wee trick of her own, emailing everyone on her contact list, warning them about Guy.
He was sending me these texts at that stage, threatening me. If I didn't withdraw what I'd said, he'd make me pay. He made me feel quite vulnerable for a while.
Sarah went to the police. No joy there. They called it a civil dispute. She also tried the disputes tribunal.
But was told it was unlikely she had a case there because Guy had freely admitted to her he owed her the money.
Driving along and thinking to myself, what's happening? The world's gone mad. You know, I've got nowhere to go.
It wasn't until she jumped on the No Cowboys website she discovered she wasn't alone. Guy's victims sprouting up all over the internet.
Were your stories similar?
Oh, just about identical.
People like Andrea Dixon and Shalenja Sharan each pay Guy for landscaping work he never completed.
I think that he promises the world and never delivers.
And each experienced his intimidation.
I know where you live. If I were you, I'd just let it go. You know what I mean.
They managed to get in contact with each other, got together, compared notes.
It was a huge relief because I felt so on my own. I didn't know where to go next.
Clever bunch, they also did some legal research, took it back to the police as a collective.
Certainly us being able to work as a group was the only reason we got anywhere.
Police took on the case and fraud charges were laid.
And you'd hope that would have been the end of Guy Silcock's landscaping business. But since then, he's continued to operate in the same way.
Advertising under different company names, taking thousands off new suppliers and clients.
He was very good at what he did. He was very, very good at what he did.
David paid Guy just over $12,000 for a huge landscaping job, including earthworks and paving a driveway.
And then what I imagined myself was sitting out there with a glass of wine in the evening, watching my grandkids play.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that was my dream.
But after he pocketed the money, Guy barely showed up.
And then spent about 20 minutes putting up signs, work area, and then left. So, you know, it was 2.5 hours at the most.
Of course, David appealed to Guy, asking for the return of his savings. Eventually, Guy told David to stop contacting him, that he'd grown weary of him.
I was devastated.
You used David Millay like a cash machine, helping yourself to his life savings. You going to pay it back?
We've been questioning Guy Silcock outside court, but we haven't been able to report on his case until now for legal reasons.
You got anything to say? Move away from that cameraman, please. Where's all the money? What do you spend it on? Why don't you just earn an honest living? I've also experienced his attempts at intimidation. I was on my own when he shouldered me during a court adjournment.
Somehow he's not quite so mighty and arrogant in the dock. Police have now laid another 23 fraud charges against him.
Silcock was convicted on 4 fraud charges in relation to money he took from Andrea, Sarah and Chalendra and one other.
Silcock was found not guilty on a charge relating to David Millay's case. Although Silcock admitted taking the 12 grand, his lawyer claimed he earned that money fair and square. David, of course, fiercely disputes this.
As far as we know, Silcock's still landscaping, advertising in community papers around Auckland. Goodness knows what company name he'll use next.
We say do not hire Guy Silcock.
If you already have, do not give him another cent and give us a call. After the break.
We grow enough for the whole country.